Okay, so let's go to Copper Lane first. That's where we'll go first. Oh, wait. Oh, I've been Copper Lane. Oh, wait, I'm in the first fires. I'm so confused then. Did I not go to the Crucible Keep? I did. It says I said just AFK, just so everyone's in the loop, I've got a notepad on my second monitor. Did I not speak to the person I need to speak to for this quest? We might have to do some stealing work, some rogue work. Huh. I can see I have been everywhere here. Was it you I need to talk to? We're looking for someone called Penhelm? Oh, here he is. Did I never talk to this guy?
Gods keep you.
Are you looking for something? Yeah. Does the name Osric sound familiar? If you've got any self-respect, you won't associate with him or with any of his new friends at the Expedition Hall for that matter. Scamps and delinquents, the lot of them. What's the story between you two? Osric has always held some controversial opinions, but they went overlooked for the longest time because his family has such an extensive history of service in the Crucible Knights. He finally went too far. He had the gall to suggest that we had strayed too far from our roots, that some of our officers were beginning to resemble a dear nobility. He rubs a spot on his bracer with a silk handkerchief. That's so good. He would have us all wear rough spun and fight with forge hammers. I merely reported his statements. I mean, that history made the Knights what they are now. You can't just cast it aside. We've outgrown that past. He waves a shining gauntlet. Sometimes you need to move on. Outgrown it like an old sealskin coat. You adapt to the times, sure, but that's a bit naive. He says you're affidavit. What the hell is that? Affidavit. Is that his breastplate you're wearing? It was. It became property of the Crucible Knights when he was discharged. Now it's mine. And it's not for sale. That's what you're wondering. Not every day you find armor that was used in the rebellion. He says your affidavit is a forgery. Just what would he know about that? It's perfectly convenient for him to cast aspersions with what his pedigree is in the Knights. It's a lie, of course. Alright, enough about him. Tell me about the Knights. We know all about the Knights. Osric, we need to find Penhelm's affidavit. What the hell is that? Affirming that Penhelm's soul is free of any Adirian influence is a forgery. He said I could find it somewhere in the Crucible Keep in First Fires. What the hell?
Oh?
Let's see what lies this...
Maybe I've already found it?
Hello.
How the hell am I meant to know what an affidavit is? Oh. There we go. Current cipher duly appointed is employed. He's been found to have a soul free of any subversive influences. The scroll is stamped with a seal. Okay. Are we going to tamper with it? Hey! Hey! How you doing, bro? Have a nice day. It's a written voluntary statement of facts. One sec.
It's done.
An edict of arrest. This edict calls for the arrest of Eon, whose recent actions have led to the death of a knight in the Crucible. It requests reporting information to Justiciar Oldmire, signed Commander Cliver. Okay. Got you. Well, now I know what an affidavit is. I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly. Affidavit. I don't know. It sounds French.
Hail, traveler.
Okay, so now we have two reasons to go to Brackenbury. Okay. So, Hadrip House, Brackenbury. Cool. Curran. Beautiful. Before we do that, though, I'm going to go back to our... Actually, no, let's go Brackenbury. Let's go to a new area. Because we need to go to the Scrivener's Dorm in Copper Lane, but let's go to Brackenbury. It's a new area. We haven't been there, and it's right here. Oh, there'll probably be another pause coming up very shortly, Erase. My family members aren't back yet. Alright, to Brackenbury. New area. Let's do it. I have a yogurt. I haven't ate all day, so... Oh, man. You've got to give it to the designers of this game. Always lick your yogurt lids. If you're not, then what are you doing? Are you really are you even eating the yogurt? You know what I mean? Alright. Ooh. Nedin?
Gods keep you.
Gods be praised. Do you mind? I'm rather busy. What are you so busy with? I'm studying soul attachment. Ah, lovely. We all know that souls move into people at birth and out of them at death, but we still have a lot of questions about what makes them stick. What do you mean about making them stick? Souls power bodies and give their tissues life, but only when they're firmly attached. It's separation that leads to a whole spate of soul-related elements, including the Hollowborn. But if we understood how to reattach souls, we could end Wadewin's legacy, maybe even conquer death. That's the theory anyway. Unfortunately, I don't have all the research I need to put it into practice. What do you need? There's a manuscript called the Theorems of Pangram. It contains research from Pangram's experiments on detached souls. The Hall of Revealed Mysteries is rumored to have a copy in the Elder Archives. Pangram's work is considered to be one of the more daring animancy texts, not something generally circulated among novices, nor easy to get a hold of. I wonder if we might have a peek at it. The theorems could advance my research by leaps and bounds, but Grimda, the High Archivist, worships Weil, which means she has some paradoxical views on sharing and restricting knowledge. And since she tends to restrict the kinds of information that would be useful to me, maybe she could be persuaded. You're welcome to try, but you wouldn't be the first. Look at me spilling my troubles. It's kind of you to listen, but I should really get back to my work. Anything else? Oh, I have the theorems! Ha ha! You'll never believe what I found. Let's give these dangerous papers to this random woman. What's the worst that could happen? You really found it! I can't believe it really exists. Thank you so much. This will be invaluable. She gives you a bag of coin, 4,000 experience. I'm glad this would all be useful to you. I don't suppose you could spare a little more. Of course, she pulls a ring from her finger. It may not look like much, but I've always been able to use this ring to generate a little extra money when I was between stipends. Critical for someone doing research. She smiles weakly and hands it to you. Tell me about yourself. I know answer. Okay. I'm not, guys. I'm not. We can't do this with everything and everyone. Oh god, she's doing necromancy. Okay, we know about Grimda. Okay. Well, that worked well.
How do you do?
What ring did we get? It just gives me 5 copper forever? Will this generate 5 copper? Found and buried. Rewards 15% experience, binding rope, 150 to 130 copper and treasure. Minor item. Assign. No companions at the stronghold. I should have left Kana there. Gee. Oh, that's going to be so useful. Okay. Okay, I think... No, let's go into the house. Bro, nobody wants to know about your special yogurt. That sounded sus as hell. Ooh. Is the expert on awakenings here? What the hell? Verna. I had a Hyundai Verna. Good car. Hey. God's sakes, yeah. The statue is a person?
To whispers and shadows.
Is he dead? Let's see what happens here. What the hell? Is he gonna like blow up or something? Cool. Oh, you can talk to him.
Hail, traveler.
A bald man with a crooked nose gestures in demonstration over the still body. Have you come to sit in? I'd like to know more about the sanitarium. It's a mission that attracted me here. Treatment of the disturbed. Okay. I've seen people cured of insatiable hungers and uncontrollable urges. I've seen a crippled walk and a dysphoric smile. Huh. The thought that a duke could put an end to it with a single order keeps me up at nights. Well, what the hell?
Hail and well met.
Oh, what do you do here? Okay. Why is every
Gods
conversation...
keep you.
You know anything about awakenings? I'm afraid it's not my area of expertise.
Hmm?
Alright, let's see what the hell this statue is doing. Oh, there's a human soul stored beneath the stonework. You feel its attention turned towards you. It has been some time since a watcher graced these halls. I'm envious of your natural insights, traveler. I can only imagine how it might have helped my work in life. Now, what it is that has brought you to my sanitarium? You may have a member of the Leaden Key in your midst. I could have done without hearing that today. Many have their intrusions been into our affairs, of course. One can seldom be certain whether they've meddled or whether calamity has struck on its own. But a few of their less skilled infiltrators have been exposed from time to time. They are a nuisance. Once again, I'm reminded of how envious I am of your gifts. I suspect they would be of some use in verifying one's identity. You are at odds with the Leaden Key as well, as I take it. They're up to something and I'm trying to determine what. They are always up to something. Of that you may rest assured. If their plots have come to involve you, you have my sympathies. Do you have some idea of who this person might be? I suspect it's a patient? Very well, in that case I would recommend you speak first with our resident animancers. They have frequent interactions with both patients and colleagues. You'll find them up here or in their offices downstairs. And report anything suspicious to me immediately. This is my only request. I'm looking for an animancer named Midrid. Midrid, of course. You'll find him downstairs. I'm curious as to how you've come to be in your present state. In the statue, you mean? Well, I was old, and it seemed wrong to me, a lifetime spent in pursuit of discovery, only to lose it all in death. Somewhere, someday, I would wake up in a new body none the wiser and pursue a different course entirely, all that experience wasted. If we are ever to unearth the principles behind our existence, it will be in spite of our condition, of that I'm quite sure. Okay. The transfer itself was quite simple, as our techniques know, and for that I'm grateful. Playing with souls is far easier to accept when they are not your own. I do miss being able to take an active role in the scholarly efforts here. Now and again, one of our animancers will humour me and consult over some problem, but they are a jealous breed and are too often afraid to collaborate. If you are considering it yourself, I can tell you that it isn't for the easily bored. Tell me about the sanitarium. Old institution. One of the worst problems is that those born with, shall we say, ill-favoured souls came to populate streets in droves. That's the sanitarium. Okay. Our founding came at a great time of great suspicion in animancy, much like today. Okay. Some of the first safe transfers were done here, and we have pioneered work in soul purification, lineage, analysis, so on and so forth. There's been some push to shut us down. People see this legacy and they see it involves something they don't understand. We have a representative in the palace this very moment defending the entire science of animancy at a hearing before the Duke. If it doesn't go well, it could be the end of animancy. I fear Avar may be swayed by all this unrest. Does anyone here know anything about awakenings? There's an animancer on the lower floor. Take the stairs down and look for Belisage. Okay. Very interesting.
Greetings.
Okay, so we're looking for some sus people among us. Let's go downstairs. This place is huge. What the hell? By the way, we are currently about to deal with creepy soul people. So everyone, be on the lookout. Oh, Modred. Our first door on the right. He did say it. Alright, let's rob her. Oh! In the corner of Modred's lab rests a large weathered trunk. It seems likely to contain something important, if only by virtue of its size. Examine the trunk. The lack of dust on the trunk's surface and the long scratches on the tile flooring suggest that the trunk is frequently used and moved throughout the laboratory despite its considerable size. Deep yet narrow gouges scour the wood. The edge of the trunk, they look like claw marks. Oh, hell nah. Listen, rule number 1 in RPGs is never open a chest that's covered in skulls. It's just not a good idea. And if you look at the art right here, we've got freaking winged skulls. So we're going to leave that trunk alone for now. I think that's a wise decision. But loot, right? You're right. You're actually right. Yeah, unironic, true. But loot, true. You know what's the worst that can happen? Unlock the trunk. You take the key you acquired from Helig. When the hell did I get that? And place it in the lock. It fits perfectly and turns with a solid clunk. The trunk holds no grimoires or great. Trunk holds no grimoire or treasure. Instead, you find yourself staring into the feral gaze and 2 feet more of a twisted, monstrous creature. Its humanoid form has been overwhelmed by bony angles and terrible claws. That didn't sound good. That didn't sound good at all. With a start, you recognize the vague shape of a young girl beneath the elongated, malformed bones and greyish skin. It growls and leaps from the trunk. Not towards you, but towards Modred. Modred has no time to scream before his throat is torn out. That's not good. We needed that guy. It was very important.
I shall deal with this one.
Just one shot it. Modred, you weak-ass bloody bastard. Oh, what was there loot? There wasn't even any loot! He ain't gonna be in PoE 2. Golem in a chest. Well, that didn't go well. Let's not do that. Hilarious, though. That didn't really seem to lead to anything. No, it probably leads to something down the line.
Greetings.
Hello, mate. What are you working on? My area of focus is wicts. More specifically, how to cure them. What's a wict? A hollow-born animal soul. We know about this. Transporting animal souls into children seems like an odd solution. No shit, main character. No shit. You're a genius for saying that. We Animancers were trying to do something about the crisis. Better than letting it swallow a generation of children. At first it seemed to work. People called it the salvation. The conversations don't begin until puberty. We paid dearly for our mistake, I promise you. Angry mobs hunted down Animancers and burned down their homes, with them still inside. Eesh. People still loathe us. We wanted to stop the legacy as much as anyone. The public begged us for our help and we did the best we could. I still don't know if that absolves us. Man, I am loving this world building, man. Why do you study with... Like, the world... You know what's so good about this game? Is it's a very unrealistic world, but the emotions in regards to the choices that around everything that's happened seem realistic. So it immerses you really well. Because it's like you can see humans reacting like that, or you can see people reacting in the, like that scenario just there. I don't know. This seems it's just really cool. I'm really enjoying it. Why do you study Wicts? What kind of question is that? Cheers, mate. Just think of all the families that could be healed. True. Okay. Naruhodo. Has anything unusual been happening around here? You must be joking. This is Saratanium. Nothing is usual down here. Okay, although now that I think of it, the patients seem more agitated lately. But they're Kaidman Azo's responsibility, not mine. And if there's nothing else... Does the name Helig mean anything to you? Helig, is a colleague of mine. He was primarily a necromancer, but he was involved in animancy too. Oh, Helig's the guy in the nutcase in the crypt. He worked at a sanitarium for several years. I dare say everyone here has heard of him. He left his post recently. I believe he was seeking new opportunities in the Valian Republics. The advances they're making in animancy really are quite remarkable. Surely you've heard. Perhaps you haven't. Bastard. Do you know a woman named Rowena? No, I don't get out the sanitarium much. Yeah, I can tell. No, just looking around. Then be quick about it and don't touch anything. Alright. Not very nice. Yeah, I guess.
How do you do?
I'm looking for an expert on awakenings. About Helig. One sec.
Hello.
About Helig. I've heard it differently. Just what are you insinuating? If this is your idea of a joke, I assure you it's in a very poor taste. Might 13. Crack your knuckles. I insinuate nothing. Subtlety isn't my style. Oh, I'm cool. There's no way this isn't going to work. Strength always beats intelligence. You wouldn't. Oh. I would and I'd enjoy it. Wait! There's no need for that. I confess it. I killed that beast because nobody else had the spine for it. It was a madman. Years of perverse experiments, twisting healthy souls, torturing damaged souls, and for what? He flayed the essence from Glanfavan indigents for his amusement. If the public had known half of his deeds, they'd have razed his place to the ground. He used the sanitarium to disguise his own sick proclivities. He brought shame on all of us and put the entire discipline at risk. I regret nothing. Anyway, now you know the story. Interesting. So, he said you stole a grimoire from him. It's grimoire? What's that madman been telling you? Give him the key. He said that you kept it in that trunk over there. You've been misled. There's no grimoire here, and Healing never intended you to find one. That wretched thing has an insatiable hunger for blood. Thank you for denying him. I hope I can convince you now to return and slay him once and for all. The bastard! That Helig bastard! He tried killing me! Here's something I need. I don't always promise you, but he's already lied to you about the grimoire. I don't have it. What I've told you about the evil, deceitful man hasn't swayed you. I don't know what else to say. Trust him at your own peril.
Good day, stranger.
His soul returned to his corpse through sinister magic. He wants revenge. No doubt. But now you understand why I killed him. Why someone had to. If he sent you, I only hope I convince you to return and slay him once and for all. I'll finish him. Good. I'm glad someone finally will. I must return to my work. I wish you well. I'm going to assume we kill Helig, we get that necklace, and maybe we can come back to here. And, like, something happens. Yeah, it's been really cool so far. Okay, this should be the Animancer lady. First room on the left, right? You know what they say about people with cages in their room. In their rooms. Alright. How you doing, love?
Well met, friend.
Eccoci, here I am. Yeah, we're getting racist. I'm looking so hard for answers in my research that I do not see the cliff standing in front of me. What can I do? Apparently she's from a different part of the world, so we're doing this voice. Have you noticed anything unusual or suspicious here lately? It is rare for me to notice things that do not relate to my work, even when they're in front of me. Sientere, amico! I told you I nailed the voice! What is that? What does that mean? But I am not the best choice to help you with that. Something else you need? What do you do here? According to my research? Well, let's skim through this part. I study awakenings. I'm working on a method to replicate the process on awakened souls. But the truth is that I find few suitable subjects here. Maidwin's legacy has left plenty of awakened souls, but most are too broken for study. Okay. I'd like to know more about Animancy in the Valian Republic. I am going to skim through this, but I'm going to read it. Oh, okay. She's not said a ton anyway. It's dynamic and respected field. Even the Bale Reach incident did little to slow it. People in the Republic are more accepting of risk. Animancy has the potential to do great harm. I'm not sure whether the benefits outweigh the dangers. This is true of any great technology. You cut a man open to remove sick flesh and there is a chance you kill him. Build a boat to explore a new land and perhaps it sinks with you aboard. But surely these things make us better off, even though they sometimes fail. Ooh, that's some good ass writing right there. Alright. I'm looking for an expert on awakenings. Ah, that would be me, though the lack of research subjects has made me more of an expert in counting floorboards. I would like to transfer Animancy's success in buttressing pre-awakened souls to serving those whose souls have already awakened, but I need subjects. And most of the patients here are too broken to produce reliable results. It is a tragedy. Well, you're in luck. I have a volunteer, and his name is Alof. Galarde, who is it? I don't know about this. Don't be silly. The process is perfectly harmless. All you must do is stand in that cage. Oh, this can't be good. I beg your pardon. I jest. I like her. You adherents are so uptight. I do not even know what the thing is used for. It has belonged to the last occupant of this office, I think. Now they upgrade him to a cell. Again, I jest. So I need you to sit here. And try to relax, but don't try too hard. Then you will not be relaxing. Indeed. And you must also wear these. A little cold, but the copper will help conduct your essence. Now I'll examine your soul through my scope. It is fitted with lenses cut to different thicknesses and concavities. By manipulating them, I find the angles and densities that will allow me to track the anomalies in your soul. How exciting! I've never seen this sort of thing performed. It seems suitably complicated. Does this mean we'll get to talk to a seal here more? I like that lady. Carl. But first, we must find the cunning interloper. You will answer some personal questions while I make adjustments. Don't worry, I'm sure you won't hear any of it. Very well. To begin, tell me something personal, something from a time before your awakening. There's nothing to tell. I was just a normal child living in the Sifwood. Talk about your parents. Mother is away most of the time with the Fane's family, but I always know when she is coming home. Father's bottles accumulate like storm clouds on the horizon. His fits of temper become swifter and more violent. It still shames him knowing that her hamnig to another man supports us, better than his labor as a steward. This is good. I'm starting to see something. Continue. Well, I was in my 5th year of training. Mother is home. I can let my guard down a little bit because when she's around, he is usually only angry with her. But he has heard that I have had trouble casting missiles, that my flame shields are unstable. He is furious that I have failed, and Mother's presence reminds him that he has failed too. The first blow takes me by surprise. One moment I'm sweeping the kitchen. Oh yeah, this guy's got a dark story. So his dad beat him, basically. The next I'm sprawled on the ground, stupidly looking at flecks of my blood on the tile. His boots glistening with fresh polish thud across the floor. He kicks me in the stomach and I curl up to shield my vitals, but it's pointless. Protecting one thing only leaves something else exposed. Still huddled on the ground, I retreat as fast as I can. I retreat until the vision of the kitchen and my own trembling knees is nothing but a pinprick against a field of black. Medicio! Is this a language in the game? He's hypnotized himself with this old memory. You've got to bring her out of it quickly. I almost have it. Shake him by the shoulders. Alof, you've got to wake up. Alof's eyes snap open, but the expression you see in them isn't his. You've scuttled him off a wilting daisy, that one. Oh man, that's it. I'm seeing a shift in his essence. Something spreading and congealing. Keep talking, he seems to respond to you. What brought you here? Cracking bones and voices high in ire. That warm molasses feeling that creeps down your gut when crisis is nigh. Belfetto, we have flares of a totally distinct essence. Now try to get the two of them talking. Alof, ask us, Isilme, tell Alof why you've awakened. Why, he's the one needed me, hiding in his own bone bag like a turtle in its shell. I never turned it over to you. Good, yes, very good. I can now see two separate patterns of essence where he ebbs, the other flows. It's as if the awakened soul fills the spaces that he leaves empty. Go on. Isilmo, what exactly are you taking from him? Nay, more than I'm giving. You should ask what I did that old man of his. Oh, the last time he laid a hand on us, I break it in 3 places. That wasn't your decision. It's never been your decision. Nay, was awakening, but now I'm stuck with you. And damned if I let you ninnying drag us both through the scupper. You nearly got me cancelled there. Very good. I think I've finally got something we can work with. I've tracked the Sealmare's essence throughout the exchange. She had a particularly high density index during the most heated portions of their argument, and her essence seemed to localize more clearly in the lower portion of the subject's left ribcage. That's right, around the spleen, which of course means she is triggered by black bile. No doubt the subject's characteristic melancholy is to blame. He blinks back at you, and in the midst of his perturbation, you're not quite sure who's looking out of his eyes. That's utter horse shit. Black bile, is it? They've certainly spat their share. It is a simple explanation than I expected, all things considered. Yes, never mind my years of training. I suppose you have a better explanation. Isilmir manifests when Alof is in danger or under pressure. You're close. I think Isilmir's appearances are related to potential sources of trouble for Alof. I suppose that could be true. I'll have to check this against other research. Well and good for you, but what does this mean for me? She frowns at her notes, tapping her cheek with a quill and making a grand show of concentration. However, you catch her stealing a glance at you over the pages. Am I just doing her job? She did you a favor by dealing with your father, didn't she? I think she's trying to help you stand up for yourself. You may not like her methods, but you should hear her out. If you had to listen to her half as much as I do, you wouldn't say that. I've got a lot to process regardless. Thank you for your help, Miss Al. He doesn't look at Bella. Well, I hope this has been as useful to you as it has been to me. I finally have material worth publishing. You'll be the toast of Revau, Venteraloth. Aye, advancing the right-wise principles of animals, just what you've always wanted. As you turn to leave, you catch a dartman moving out the corner of your eye. He's about to tuck her notes into his cloak when he catches you watching. He holds a finger to his lips, his eye wide and imploring, please, I don't want my personal information published like this, especially not after her nonsense. Fair enough, but do it quietly. That's alright. That was amazing. My voice acting was awful, but you guys hopefully got the message. Alright. There's no way I've done this quest. I lost money to bandits. Great.
Oh?
Seem to have misplaced my notes.
Keeping an eye out.
Okay.